You want to say something to the mic? You want to say hello to everybody in TV land?
Hi everyone, I'm Laura Young. When people think about adopting abandoned pets, they usually think about a nearby shelter or humane society. However, some shelters throughout the country are so overcrowded, there's little chance that these animals will ever get adopted and are euthanized. The solution? Take them directly to willing new families. That's where Pilots and Paws comes in.
We provide free transportation from the animal control facilities to the waiting rescues who may often be hundreds of miles away. When a dog reaches a southern shelter, very often he's got 4 days to live before the dog is put down. So without free transportation, there are thousands of dogs that would have been killed. These bassets were languishing in a Tennessee shelter with no hope of adoption. This particular plan has had more than 1,000 animals in it in the past year and a half. Pilots and Paws does not discriminate. They do dogs, cats, they've done pot-bellied pigs, they've even done reptiles.
The very best thing about Westminster, whether it's your first time or your 50th, is being able to see so many of the top dogs in the country all at this one legendary show. How does it feel to be a winner?
Oh, it feels great, especially at this show. This is the culmination of, what everybody wants to get the breed at least to the garden.
What is the preparation time before he enters the ring?
Well, it's several months of getting the right hair into place for him to go to a dog show like this. So we've been working at this since November.
Many of these dogs do great deeds for mankind, working as therapy and service dogs, medical alert dogs for seizure patients, working with autistic and learning disabled children. They do all this while being wonderful and loving companions to their people. Could you tell us a little bit about the function of a medical alert dog?
In his particular case, he detects gluten in the food, and primarily for my daughter who has celiac disease. If she gets anything such as a potato that's been cut by a knife that may have buttered bread previously, she'll be ill for at least 3 weeks.
At this moment, how many dogs do you have?
At this moment, I only have 2. I usually have 3.
And how do you spoil them?
Oh, are you kidding?
Should we have a list?
First thing we did today, we walked in before rehearsal started. They always have a spread. And I took all the good sandwiches and wrapped them literally, and they're in my bag for the dogs. It's always about the dogs.
It's always about the dogs. And let me ask you, how do they spoil you?
They're there. I will come home tonight from Atlantic City at 3 in the morning, and they will both be at the front door sleeping and waiting for me.
Through the years, we've seen your beloved Spike at your side.
Yeah.
And now I understand that you've adopted 2 wonderful rescue dogs, Samantha and Max. And why did you decide to adopt rescue?
My vet. I couldn't get over Spike's death. And I just couldn't bring myself to bring somebody else in. I was going through like an insane time.
I understand.
And my vet said, oh, get over it and help somebody else. And I know a dog that nobody wants. And that was Max. Oh. And she said, he's been thrown out of 3 homes.
Oh my.
And nobody wants him. So just take it.
Joan to the rescue.
Joan to the rescue, and we bonded immediately.
How have you found that your pets throughout the years have helped you deal with the tough times?
They don't care, and that's what's so wonderful. They don't care if it's a good day or it's a bad day, they're there. They don't care if you got the contract, you didn't get the contract, they're there. I mean, they're just totally there for you, and that is so wonderful. After 9/11, I still had Spike then, another dog, Veronica, another dog, Lulu, and we all just holed up together, ready to die.
Oh,
we all just figured, this is what's going to happen. We all sat in my apartment together.
But it was meant to be because you have to make people laugh. That's what your job is.
Meant to be, and I kept thinking, who's going to get the last water?
Yes.
And when I'm really hungry, who's going to be dinner here?
She feels really comfortable with you.
Every afternoon between 2:30 and 3, a little miracle happens at the Ronald McDonald House in New York City, and they're called Angels on a Leash.
The dogs are here when the children come home from the hospital at the end of the day. They're here to meet and greet them. And it's just such a therapeutic setting. It relaxes them. It de-escalates them. It gives them a sense of normalcy and a sense of community and family.
My daughter's name is Talia, and we have a little poodle at home. and she misses her dearly, and she cries for her. And so having these dogs here is just a wonderful time for her to be with these dogs, interact with them, and play with them, touch them, and just show them love.
Well, Angel on a Leash started as a charitable activity for the Westminster Kennel Club. We visit 12 different hospitals around the country, and it's just a wonderful activity for all concerned. You know, at Westminster, people think that show dogs are just show dogs. They think they sit around on doggy cushions eating doggy bonbons all week long, but they're real dogs, and so they can come in here and be therapy dogs too. One of the greatest therapy dogs in the country right now is James, the English Springer, who was Best in Show in 2007. Rufus in 2006, the Bull Terrier, and even Uno, the Beagle, has been a therapy dog, and any dog can do it. It doesn't have to be a purebred dog.
Hi everyone, I'm Lori Young. Rhett looks cool, doesn't he? Not only does he look cool, but he's protecting his eyes from the ultraviolet rays of the sun that aggravates a condition in humans and dogs called pannus. Doctor, you diagnosed Rhett with degenerative pannus. Can you tell our viewers about this disease?
Yes, degenerative pannus is a disease found mainly in large dogs, and the German Shepherd appears to have more than virtually any other breed.
We're at Beach Buddies with Dr. Matt Hamilton and Augie. And heat stroke, Dr. Hamilton, very, very, very important to know the signs.
We see it every summer.
Okay, first thing, negative. Do not leave your dogs in a parked car or cats in the summertime.
Yeah, any animal should not be in a parked car.
All right.
Regardless if the windows are cracked, it still gets way too hot in there. Don't do it.
Okay,
leave them home in
fine.
the air conditioning.
Now, what are the symptoms of heat stroke, Dr. Matt?
Usually they'll pant first. That's usually the thing that we see first. But their gums can become very bright red. Their tongue can do the same. They can start to collapse. They glass over. Sometimes they get vomiting, diarrhea, whatever the case may be, and then they collapse themselves.
What should we do immediately?
Go to a vet first. In the meantime, on the way over, however you wish, you can put lukewarm water, room temperature water on the dog. You don't want to do cold water. That just shocks the system. And then you can also wet a towel and drape it over them as well. And you can also wet their pads down.
Okay, and ice on certain parts of the body?
Correct. You can put it on the neck. You can put it on their pads.
Okay, and what about small increments of water? Can they drink a little bit of water,
Small
not a lot?
increments of water. Not cold water either. Not ice cold water. Room temperature water.
How do cats respond? The same way as a dog would?
In general, yes. Unfortunately, with cats, since they tend to be quieter anyway, the signs are a little more subtle, but they do run the same.
Okay, very good, Dr. Thal. And we're going to talk about chinchillas today. Hi, Hal. Welcome.
Hi, how are you, Lori?
Fine, thank you. This is Lily, and we have
Jake.
Jake. And Hal, where did these animals originate?
They come from the Andes Mountains in South America. And they live up in the high altitudes where the weather is real, real cold, and they have this warm, warm coat.
And what kind of house pets do they make?
They really make pretty good house pets. They're a good house pet for the couple that works all day and comes home at night. And since they're nocturnal animals, they are ready to go when they come home from work, and they can play and frolic around. Maintenance is pretty easy. These animals eat oats, roughage, hay, chew on wooden sticks. They have fruits and vegetables, and they have fresh water every day is important to give them.
And they love to take dust baths.
Yes, that keeps their...
Dr. Matt, tell us what we should not feed our pets for Super Bowl Sunday.
There are a few absolutely nots, and those include raisins and grapes, onions, chocolates, teas, coffees, okay, all those things.
Fried foods?
No fried foods,
Chicken
nothing
wings.
heavy, nothing with lots of oils or fats in it, absolutely not.
And spicy.
Correct. It'll just upset the GI system, you'll have vomiting and diarrhea problems.
Now, what about some of the good foods? What can we give? I made some things here that I would definitely, and Zero looks like he's gonna, Zero, you wanna try one, huh? You wanna try? Oh, Zero loves it. These are, these are little hamburger patties over steamed organic sweet potatoes.
Perfect.
Okay, and here is organic, again, organic beef patty with steamed organic baby carrots.
Perfect.
And a biscuit.
Perfect, no problem.
What are some other foods?
Sure, eggs are okay for them too. I don't have a problem with that. And of course, fruits and vegetables, you know, staying away from
The recognition of our United States war dogs is long overdue. Here in Homedale, New Jersey is one of the sites that have been erected to these silent heroes.
These canines served side by side with their handler. They were easily shot and killed just as their handler would be. In one case was Nemo, who served in Vietnam in the Air Force, with his handler Thornburg. One evening, the Viet Cong tried to infiltrate a base, and both the handler and his canine Nemo fought them off. Nemo was shot in the right eye, and Thornburg was shot in the left shoulder. They both survived, and the Viet Cong retreated because they fought side by side.
What are the most pet pet-friendly rehab long-term facilities in New Jersey is right here in our own backyard, the health center at Galloway. What have you found to be the positive effects of pet therapy on the patients?
Well, first of all, it always brightens up the patients and the residents when pets come in. They get to touch and feel and pet, and they get that sort of unconditional love.
A lot of people had pets, you know, previously prior to coming here, either as children or at home, and when they come here, they don't have that same interaction, and it's something that they miss. So we decided to either through our pets or even allowing people to bring in their own pets.
Kelly, what kind of pets do you see coming to the door for pet therapy?
We have dogs, we have cats, we have ducks, we have birds.
How difficult is it when the residents become long-term residents in this facility for them to leave their beloved pets at home?
Lori, it's always difficult for people who have their beloved pets to have them be at home with their family. However, we always encourage the families to bring their pets in. They're able to bring them in, visit, be with them.
For the people that are here for like a short-term stay, a lot of times it reminds them of their pets that they have at home. So it really gives them a boost in their morale. For our long-term care patients, a lot of times it brings them out of kind of that trappedness that they're into. Some people with dementia that haven't said or talked in really years will all of a sudden say, "Hi, doggy," or so that there's great things that go along with both of it.
From the Health Center at Galloway, I'm Lori Young with a Paws for Your Pet.